Alrighty, in this video, first of all, starting off the new year, got looking at some August vintage diamonds, and a happy new year to all my viewers on YouTube and Facebook and wherever you're watching from. Today's comparison that we're looking at here, we have a 102 VVS2 August vintage round on the left. Beautiful, beautiful August vintage round, large, bold, broad pastels and reflections. And to the right of it is this first August vintage cushion that we're going to be comparing it to is a 105 VS1. Okay, so here's an N on my left next to the P on the right. Okay, so face up, you got, you know, your signature optics in both of these diamonds. Okay, now in order to see color differences, we'll have to go to the profile shot, and you can see, here's where you're going to see your hint of color differences. Okay, so here's from an N to a P in profile, as we hear in natural daylight, and it does happen to be a nice bright day out here in New York. Perfect for shooting video of diamonds. Okay, so there's comparison number one in this lighting. What we're going to do now is look at, we're going to keep this 102N out, and we're going to compare it to the 112L VS2 August vintage cushion on the right. This August vintage cushion does face up whiter, okay, especially than the PVS1 that we just had out alongside of the N. Okay. But again, so here we are from the top, and here we are from the profile. So an L is going to face up whiter, and you can see the color difference, and you can see that the August vintage round on the left is a warmer color. Here it is against my neutral toned skin. Okay. So, here's the optics from the face-up view in natural daylight. Okay. So if you're going to go white, if you're looking to go whiter in the August vintage cushion, this 112L is going to be the best candidate, actually. Yeah, consider it over the N. But the optics really do an incredible job of facing them up white. Okay, now this will really be put to the test, because the next one we're going to look at is a fancy light yellow August vintage cushion. Okay, now this fancy light yellow happens to be a 139 fancy light yellow SI1. I believe it's an SI1. Yep, in an August vintage cushion.
Yeah, she does like we don't sell like send out.
Okay, now here we are, face up again in our natural daylight view.
Different raffles, or you could do your email, whatever. Just
okay.
phone number.
Beautiful, beautiful stone. Now the yellow, I want to say the yellow, you can see it for sure. You can definitely tell it's, you know, it's not a D through F, that's for sure, or a near colorless. But here it is alongside the N. And what we're going to do, let's tilt these now to go to the profile view. Now here is that fancy light yellow alongside of the N. Hold on, my camera's having a little trouble getting in focus there. Okay, there we go. Okay, and there you can see more obviously the color difference between the two diamonds, especially when we put my my neutral colored skin behind the diamonds. We're going to do a more formal comparison of color in just a moment. We're going to first look at the diamonds in spotlighting for fire and sparkle, and then I'm going to take you against a flat white background as well. So here is the visual difference from side by side of these two diamonds. 102 NVVS August Vintage Round and 139 Fancy Light Yellow August Vintage Cushion. Gorgeous. All right, now we're going to go into spotlighting and look at fire and sparkle. Absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful diamond to look at. But I think I'll say that again about any of the diamonds that you're looking at, because they all happen to be beautiful. All right. Off to spotlighting. All right, and in my dimmer spotlighting environment here, we're getting a view to fire and sparkle scintillation. And this is an August Vintage Round, so emphasis on bold, broad reflections, just like the August Vintage Cushion in a sense. All right, so there's the round. And here is the 105P VS1 alongside of it. Okay. Magnificent, magnificent diamond as well. Both of these jamming. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay. So gives you an idea to fire and sparkle scintillation in particular in our dimmer spotlighting view. Okay. We're going to now do the other two diamonds in this lighting as well. Okay, and as we're in the dimmer spotlighting here, we have on the left is the 112 LVS1 versus the 139 Fancy Light Yellow on the right. Now, spotlighting is generally not a lighting environment that you can see color differences in accurately, but quite frankly, we can see the color difference here from this L to this Fancy Light Yellow. All right, and you know, as I go on the tilt angles, you could probably see it a little bit more.
All right, thanks. So I'll let you know, and then I'll
see you Monday.
Especially from the side there, relatively speaking. But fire and sparkle in both of these. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful to look at. Okay. Really accentuate those the big flash here that we see in August Vintage cushions and rounds. Beautiful eye candy. I just straightened him out a little better.
You have your Mickey Mouse
But it's still just as beautiful no matter what angle you put it in.
He does. He does. Exactly.
Okay, now we're going to put the look at all four of these in the stronger spotlighting, and then we're going to go look at color more effectively. Okay, this is now the in our spotlighting on steroids, the stronger spotlighting environment, and we're looking again at the 102 NVVS August Vintage Round. Absolutely magnificent diamond to look at. I know that this particular person loves spotlighting as well, and you should, because both of them are outstanding in spotlighting. Here's a tilt angles. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And then as we look into the face of each of these guys. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. All right, and then we're off to the next two, and then that wraps up the spotlighting clips. And then we're going to go into the lighting environment that is used for color grading and show you a little bit more the detail of the colors of these guys. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. All right, and just when you thought you've seen enough rainbow colors, This last comparison here of the 112 VS1 on the left and the 139 Fancy Light Yellow SI1 on the right in our stronger spotlighting environment. Unbelievable. Just really beautiful specimens to look at. Gorgeous fire. The best that you can get within the vintage cushions. Magnificent. All right. So this this little segment here wraps up our spotlighting views. I hope this has helped. Now what we're going to do is just get an idea of the color a little bit more critically in the lab environment, which we're going to look at now. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, now as we're taking a critical look to color, what we're going to do is start out here with a D color. This is a 103 D VVS1 that we have here in the inventory. Just wanted to use that as a perspective to get an idea of where the other colors lie. So here is the 102N August Vintage Round.
No, for 2000. Oh yeah, for 2012.
Okay. The next one is the 105 PVS1 August Vintage Cushion.
The website it says.
All right, so there's N next to P. That's only a 2-letter difference now in those warmer colors. Here's jumping a little bit higher or better in color. I shouldn't say better because this is an L. They're all fantastic. They're all beautiful. All right, so you got D, N, D, N, P, L, and then last but not least, here's that Fancy Light Yellow. Okay. And there you can see the depth of color in that Fancy Light Yellow.
Maybe they were nominated. Nominations?
Okay. This is the easiest way to see the color. All right, and now what we'll do is let's flip these right side up. I'm going to put the camera on hold there for a second. Now, going in the same order, here's that. This is that 103 DVVS August Vintage Cushion next to the 102N August Vintage Round. And now this is face up against the flat white background. So here's the 105P August Vintage Cushion. Here is the 112L August Vintage Cushion. And here's the 139 Fancy Light Yellow August Vintage Cushion. All right. Very good. Seeing them at the tilt angles is, of course, the way that you're going to see the color the easiest, just like that. Face down, though, is how they're graded. And you can see the golden, the beautiful buttery golden color of the Fancy Light Yellow in the August Vintage Cushion. I don't know if that's as fancy as you were looking to get. I know you were originally looking at NOP color, but there it is in all its glory. Okay, that wraps this video up. Thanks again for watching, and once again to all our YouTube fans, Happy New Year to you. Thank you.